Really got this thing into dual monitor config and getting everything to play nice has been a bitch. I didn't order this on anybody bother. Okay. Yes, dear. You don't want any duplicates arriving, is that what you're telling me? Yeah, and you know how I am. If I see something I like, I'm going to buy it. I had eyed these books previously when we went down there, and I had held off. And of course, everybody can hear me on the screen. I don't give a shit because I'm on the starting screen. I'm not actually streaming right now, but my audio is live. And so, yeah, I saw these, and I'm like, I'm going to buy these because they will go great with my campaign and world building stuff. So. Okay, let me get in here. Countdown's probably over. La 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 la. Yeah, countdown's over. I need to get in my seat. It has been a hell of a week. I'm going to dial down the were-rat battle there in the background real quick. Work has been a bear. Life has been a bear. And technical difficulties here in the studio have been a bear. I think we have the worst of it behind us. I still have some cleanup under my desk to do to get this cabling to where it doesn't look atrocious. And you know, it's kind of, when you have a sit-stand desk, even the cheap ones from Amazon, I mean, it's what I've got, but hey, they work. Cabling becomes like a super nightmare just because as you're raising and lowering the desk, you don't want cables getting everywhere, especially under your feet. So I just rearranged tonight, moved my laptop around, my work laptop separate, and I've reconfigured my monitor. So instead of it being treated as one big 5120 by 2560 or 5120 by 1440 display, what they call ultra wide QHD. You know, I've had a lot of games choking on this resolution and just absolutely refusing to run. But I found that when I was running dual devices one here, when I had my laptop on half the screen and my desktop on half the screen, a lot of games would run at 2560 by 1440. So I decided, let me see if I can get it to treat it as if it's two monitors, even though I'm only using a single computer at any given time. And I was able to pull that off this evening. And that's part of the reason I'm a little late getting started tonight, is because I was reconfiguring all the cabling and cleaning it up. I still have 3 power bricks hanging under my desk, and those have got to be cleaned up, Velcroed, attached to the bottom of the desk so that they're not a mess. For 2 reasons. It's a safety thing. It looks, well, 3 reasons. 1, it's a safety thing. You get your feet tangled in cables, you're going to break something or hurt yourself. 2, it's cosmetic, and it looks better. And 3, I have a pup who can occasionally get into things and chew on them, and the last thing I need him chewing on is either power brick cables or HDMIs or display ports, and either hurting himself or getting electrocuted or just, you know, tearing my stuff up in general is also a no-no. But anyway, he's in here with me tonight. I'm gonna love on him a little bit. He's been a good boy today. We were gone most of the day, so. Okay. All that being said, I should be getting back into a routine streaming schedule. Um, Normally it's going to be, I'm going to get back into the rotation of science fiction on Mondays, world building on Wednesdays, and then D&D related stuff on Saturdays. Whether I'm gaming or not, it's going to be those particular focus areas. Tonight I'm going to chat D&D. No game tonight. Just to give you a quick heads up, I am currently recruiting another play group to play. I currently have 2 seats filled of 5. So if you're looking to play, hit me up. Get you over to my website here real quick at huskyhouserpgs.com. You go here, go up to the games menu, Adventurers Wanted. Here you go. Come join us. Fill out the online form. That'll email me once you fill it out, and then I'll take a look-see at it, and then we will do a Discord chat, just to kind of Q&A with each other, get a better feel for what your expectations are as a player, what my expectations are as a DM or GM, depending if you're playing sci-fi or fantasy with me. And then from there, we'll schedule a session 0, which we'll go over a lot of the session 0 during our Discord chat. Go over some of that content, but we will schedule an actual one-shot game, typically what I call the 5-room dungeon. Just a quick game to get you used to Foundry if you've never used it before, get you used to Discord if you've never used it before in this capacity, and just to kind of get a feel for your play style and see how things will go. So anyways, you can check that out on our website. Fill out that application. It won't take you 5 minutes. I currently have a listing on RPG Match, and I'm getting ready to roll out a start playing. And you don't have to play on stream. If you just want to play and play online, but you don't want it streamed, I do non-stream games as well occasionally. And then, of course, I'm always open to new stuff. So check that out. Hit me up. Let me know. Beyond that, I can get a little wild in here even by myself. Can be some adult language, behavior, humor, and situations that may not be suitable for everybody. So, viewer discretion is advised, even when I'm just out here chatting tonight. Shout outs to 2 fellow streamers tonight, Drexus. Drexus 2011. He's been streaming a couple more different games lately, so check him out. And I know he and another streamer friend of his are going to be going to San Diego to TwitchCon as well. We've already got our flight booked. We've got our room booked, so we're ready to go. And I am practically counting down the 70 some odd days till San Diego. But check him out. And then another streamer is DM Geezer Jim. He is a hoot. He streams weekdays, typically from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Central Time is when I catch him. So I'll usually catch him on my lunch break at work. Or if I'm working from home, I'll have him on in the background so I can see what he's doing. He talks a lot of game prep, focusing on 5e, but one of the really cool things that I enjoy about his streams is that he goes over a lot of the old content like Greyhawk and Castle Blackmore and older Forgotten Realm stuff, and how you can take this content, this older content, which you can usually get for free off the internet or dirt cheap off of DM's Guild or Drive-Thru RPG, and you can plug it into your campaign and stuff. So, matter of fact, he kind of motivated me this week to order a couple things off eBay. So I did pick up the 3rd edition Living Greyhawk Gazetteer. Don't get me to try to pronounce that word. And so I have that here. Get it up close to the camera. That's some old 3.0, 3.5 era stuff. Now this didn't include the maps. of Greyhawk, but you know what? You can get those online, so I'm not worried about that. And then today, while I was out and about, because I like doing all kinds of weird stuff with my players, they will tell you that one of their most memorable encounters was with Roger's traveling trading post. And so I picked up, thinking about that, and I picked up Remarkable Shops today. This is a 5e supplement by Lore Smith. It works with any tabletop role-playing game, but I'm going to be using it for 5e. So I picked that up today. And then I picked up Remarkable Inns and their drinks. Now, I haven't looked at this to see if there's actually a drink menu in here, but hey, you know what? We met in a tavern and decided to go on an adventure is so cliche in D&D, and every DM has done it once or more, or still does it in their life. So, in their campaign, I wanted something to kind of liven that up a little bit, or something I can adapt. But going back to the subject of, remarkable shops, I have two NPCs that my group has encountered. Roger and Roger's traveling trading post. He has two house wagons that are linked together almost like a little train, and they are pulled by two of the biggest black bulls you have ever seen. Actually, they're, in my classification, they would be a dire bull. But think Babe the Blue Ox. So, anyways, that's what's dragging around Roger's two wagons. And, he's not much of a salesman as he is a tradesman. He likes to trade stuff. So he has unique things, weird things, and if you have unique and weird things, he will definitely work with you to trade. And so they've had fun with him. And then Greasy Greg, the fence, and his little thugs that run his warehouse, which, the boys don't know it yet, but that warehouse moves around from time to time. Roger moves around all the time because he's living out two wagons. But that's a totally different story. But Greasy Greg, once he gets found by the local authorities, he tends to have to move around himself. So they may run into him yet whenever they return from the lost city of Omu. We'll see. So those have been two of my favorite NPCs to cultivate, and they've enjoyed them. So miniatures. Let's chat miniatures for a minute. I've got 6 elves I've painted somewhere around here behind me. If I can find the little bastards. I need to finish tweaking them up a little bit. And I'm sorry if they all look like they're House Targaryen with the white and silver hair. Let's get them up in front of the camera here, shall we? I need to put a little red on his flame tongue on his sword and get him decorated out. And you'll understand why I said we're practically House Targaryen here with this crowd. Just because all these little bastards have white hair. So I'm working on them. I want to get these guys finished, which I need to, because you know what? I had a little retail therapy today and bought some more minis. So these bad boys have got to be painted. Oh, Lord. We had our godson last weekend, which I love him to death, but boy, I have to keep an eye on everything he gets into in my studio because he moves things around constantly. Love him to death, the little peanut, but he keeps me busy and wears me out. Okay, so here's you a little PTSD if you're one of my players. They have a strong dislike of ghosts because of an encounter they had in Countercar. Couldn't even think of the dungeon's name. So they had a little PTSD with a ghost that possessed their ranger and proceeded to beat their asses. So I managed to pick up, now these are some Magic the Gathering miniatures, but I'm going to have a field day with them because it's a Council of Ghosts. This ought to trigger some PTSD amongst my players. I will use them for something. So they have this mini that they can all stand on in like a circle, like a council circle. But I might have to get some discs printed once my 3D printer and I are playing nice together, and put these on individual pedestals as opposed to the single ped. So pick that up today. And I picked this up just because it's badass, and I'm going to put it in a game at some point. I've already done a flesh golem, actually 2 flesh golems, and they were kind of mediumish, bordering large creatures. So, but this time I went for an iron golem. So I picked up an iron golem today. He's got to get printed or painted. Well, by the way, I went to Third Planet today, so in Houston, so that's who got my money today. And then it dawned on me that out of all my minis, I've got elves, dwarves, gnomes, halflings, half-elves, humans out the wazoo. Even got some tabaxi in the mix. And now Yuan-Ti out the wazoo from Omu, and all of that adventure going on at the Tomb of Annihilation. But I do not have any Dragonborn. So I picked up my first 2 Dragonborn minis today. And so I will have to figure out what I'm going to do with them. So pre-painted minis. I got me some Pathfinder Epic Heroes. I wonder if I can sit that right there. Do those sit right there? Nope, my banner hides them. They have to be up a little higher, and then they're too dark because of the lighting. I have to back him up. There you go, to about there, right? So I picked up, and I probably need to be doing this at the other desk where I can top down the camera. There's 3 there. And then here's the other 3, which looks like they have some magic involved. I see some flames and some spell effects. I got those. And one of these little bastards is invisible. I want to say it's this one, so I've got the variant of him invisible. That will aggravate the piss out of somebody. Probably me, but... So I got those. What other minis have I picked up lately? I've picked up some pre-painted, just because my 3D printer's on the blink right now and arguing with me. So let's roll through. Now, these first 2 were labeled as dire rats, but then I'm going to show you the 3rd dire rat I got, and you're just going to be like, those first 2 weren't dire rats, those are just rats on steroids. So these 2 are supposed to be dire rats, right? Right? I'm going to leave one up, and then I'm going to show you this additional dire rat called Kyrix that I got. That mofo is a dire rat. Let's put those 2 side by side facing each other. Yeah. This is going to be my dire rat that whoops somebody's ass. So, and yes, we're going to have some rats tonight because we're going to do a level 1 adventure build for shits and giggles. I want to try not to overdo the challenge rating. The other that I got, and I'll show you the first half and then the second half. You know what? It might help to have a little more light in here. I don't know if this is going to help y'all see better or not. So, because I created an area in my homebrew world for an underwater city, or shall we say kingdom, that will be populated by merfolk and Sahagin, I needed some Sahagin. So here's the first three. And then let me grab the next three off the shelf behind me. And y'all, I've got to dust this room. It is getting horrid. 3 Huskies. There's dog hair everywhere. It makes me crazy. So here we go. 3 more Sahagin, including a large variant. What does he say he is? I hate the way they print these on here. Sahagin Baron. So the Baron is like twice the size of a normal Sahagin. So I picked up the Sahagin Warband this week from WizKids. Let's see, what else have I gotten in the last few weeks since I have done a D&D themed stream? Another batch of goblins. So my goblin count went from like 7 to like 16. Which is good, because I want to do more with goblins. Let's see. Oh, dire wolves from the Waterdeep adventure setting. Which is it? It's not Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Where is it? Waterdeep Dragon Heist. That's it. Yeah, and yeah, Dungeon of the Mad Mage is also Waterdeep, but I think you're going to encounter the wolves in the Dragon Heist scene. So here, of course, being a Husky person, you know I got to have some dire wolves, right? So here's my dire wolves. Let's break up a PC in comparison to the size of a PC to a dire wolf here, huh? There's your dire wolf. There's your player character. To him, you're just another frickin' snack. So, anyways. So, yeah, I've been on a mini roll because I am really building out my mini collection, which is weird because I'm not playing a whole lot of face-to-face currently, but that might change. As I said, I've got a play group built right now, or building. I've got two new players. Well, 2 players that are new to me. They're not new to the game. I've got seats for 3 more. I've got like 5 players in the play. Oh, hey, Rocky. And then I have seating for 2 alternates. So if you're interested in playing, come check us out. Sign up. We will get you into a group to have some fun with us. We goof off and we have a good time. So, all right. So, I want to do. Let me pull up. Not that browser. So I saw this, and I damn near bought it today. This is the Adventure in a Box by WizKids. Let me bring this up over here with y'all, share it with y'all. And let's make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, and then the advertising is ginormous. Get out the way. But first of all, it's $100, and I'm like, for what comes in the box, I need to get my 3D printer in line and go to town. So you basically have 4 were-rats, a giant rat, a swarmer rat, a moldy cheese horde, a cage, a prisoner, a rat's nest, a rat-covered bone pile, a rotten crate stack, 1 rotten table, a sludge pile, 2 trash piles, and then a set of map tiles. Okay, well, we play online, so I don't care about the map tiles. But this can be easily 3D printed, right? Very easily 3D printed. So, and here's some close-ups of some of the stuffs. I'm assuming this is the sludge pile or the refuse. Come on, show me the rats. Show me the rotten table. See, I can get on Thingiverse, I can get on My Mini Factory and find a good chunk of this. So I can't justify this right now. I mean, I couldn't justify it either way. When you have a 3D printer, get out there and get some of these bundles and print stuff. Now, I got to get my printer back online. I can tell you right now, that's kicking my ass. So, and it might be that I need to order parts for my printer, or I might need to replace the printer, but that would suck because it means I only got a little over a year's use out of it. But I've noticed a pattern, and it's a very disturbing pattern, and it's a pattern most of the PC industry tends to follow. We just kick out products for a short amount of time, and then we've discontinued it and replaced it with something else. Now, the printer I bought had just been released like maybe 3 months before I bought it last year. I've got a Anycubic Photon Mono X 6K. And of course that printer is already discontinued. Now you have the 8K, the 10K, the 12K, the 14. Shit. Okay, let's quit kicking out products for the sake of kicking out products, and let's actually support something for a while and make it work well. I feel like this is a big problem with the PC industry. They just like to churn out product because the next great feature, oh, we've got to roll this out. Let's discontinue what we're doing and do this next thing. But they never really get the thing they're working on right. And I'm sorry, y'all, I'm on a rant tonight. You know, I work in IT for a living, so this is one of my pet peeves. Part of the reason I liked the Apple ecosystem so well. Yes, Apple's slow to implement new stuff. And that's, you know, PC fanatics, fanboys, asshats, whatever you want to call them, like to give Apple users shit for that. But I can tell you that Apple stands by their products for a long period of time, and you can use their products for a long period of time before they start to, you know, be really time to replace. Like my MacBook Pro is a 2017 MacBook Pro. I just finally replaced it in December. You know, that laptop's 7 years old at this point. I've still got my music and my photos on it, and I've got to get them off. But iTunes for Windows and Apple Music in general suck. And that's a problem for me. And then photos under Mac OS X, there is no nice equivalent that doesn't cost ridiculous money on the PC. I guess I could play with Photoshop elements or find something, but just a decent photo management app for Windows would be godsend. But you know, we're too busy dicking around with other stuff for somebody to write a decent photo management app for Windows. What comes with them oh, here comes my dogs. Oh my God, they're going under my desk. Cut that out. So, okay, I'm on a rant. Anyways, so let me quit ranting about PC stuff. I did add 2 sound bars to my studio this week. They are mounted underneath my desk, pretty much right above my legs. And I got rid of the speakers on my desktop as a result, and my desktop is a much cleaner environment. And I did this for both of my desks. The desk's running my laptop, which is a 5-footer, and my 4-foot desk that runs in my desktop. You know, my laptop's on the bigger desk because it's got the big ass monitor. the 50-incher. So, anyways, I like this, but I'm not going to spend $100 on this. The Mind Flayer Voyage. This makes me think of Baldur's Gate 3. The Were-Rat Den. The Goblin Camp. You know, this is a case of let's get on My Mini Factory, and instead of spending $100 on this, let's spend maybe $20-25 if you're actually paying for somebody's, you know, minis that they charge for, but a lot of stuff you can get on there for free. And then just take a little time and paint it. And yes, I know, your paint skills are probably like mine. If I can get 4 colors on a mini, I feel like I've done a good job. Well, mine looks like they were done by a kindergartner, but you know what? They serve their purpose when we're playing, so you don't have to be perfect to play. Just play. And I have to remind myself of that when I'm doing stuff as a DM, that it doesn't have to be perfect to play, it just has to be able to play. You know, we can always go back to old school theater of the mind, TOTM, which is what us poor DMs in high school did. So, there's nothing wrong with it. Alright, so, if I had to guess, what do we think the Were-Rat Den would be in terms of an adventure? In terms of challenge rating. So you're going to be fighting 4 were-rats, okay, a swarm of rats, and a giant rat, okay. So let's check this out from, oh wow, I can't type. Lord Jesus help us. So let's do a giant rat. This is probably like a 1/4 CR creature. Oh, 1/8. Wow, I was like overly generous. So a giant rat has 7 hit points. That's worth 25 XP. Okay. So this is a good first level player character adventure. I mean, come on, you're not going to be fighting anything major as a first level player character. If you are, then your dungeon master is probably giving you some OP equipment or let you min-max your player character to the point where, you know, that's no fun. Okay, so let's look at Swarm of Rats. No, I'm not looking for Cranium Rats. One thing I don't like about this rearrangement of my desk is the fans on my laptop are blowing towards my left side. And anything I sit on the left side of my desk gets hot really fast. I set my iPhone over there earlier, and I looked over and my iPhone's shutting off because it's overheating. That laptop does have an i9 in it. It does throw some heat. Okay, so the Swarm of Rats is actually a bigger threat than the Giant Rat. 1/4 CR, 50 experience points if you kill it. They have 24 hit points. Okay, so you're going to be facing what, one of each of these according to that. Okay, 1 giant rat, 1 swarm of rat. Okay, you're not going to be fighting a prisoner. He's probably there for whatever reason. Okay, so now let's take a look at if we wanted to do so were-rat is going to be a CR2, challenge rating of 2. Now, if you're fighting 4 of these, that's a lot more of a threat to a first level character. But you got to remember the action economy. If you have 4 first level player characters, they should be able to take on something that is at least CR1, and that be a medium threat to them. Now, here we are facing a CR2 were-rat. Actually, you would be facing 4 of them in this particular were-rat den adventure that WizKids has put together, adventure in a box. Okay, so 4 is going to be too much. So you have to scale things back somewhat if you're building an adventure for first level characters. You want something simple. You don't want to overdo it. Let's get in here and go. In my map pack, do I have a good den? Dense forest, not what I'm looking for. Okay. So, typically you're going to find rats in the sewer, right? Or in tunnels. Why is my quick view not working? Okay, that's more of a maze, not what I'm looking for. Maze. 100 plus underground tunnel. So you want a small map. Okay, D&D mini products. Let's see. Do they have a picture of their battle map in here? I didn't see it. They got pictures of all the minis. No picture of the map. So let's play with this a little bit here. And let's say we want to build I'm going to create a folder for the were-rat den, okay? Let's go find us a quick dirty map. The were-rat den. Alright. Tiny ass print. This is a short 5th edition adventure for a party of 4 to 6 5th level characters. See, this is overkill. You don't want to do this with first level player characters. You will kill them. So, I just want to see, is there a map here? Oh, that's a big map. That's the inn, that's the inn, that's the inn. See, overkill. Not what I'm looking for. Let's pull this from RPG Locker, see what we got. Nope, 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 that's what we were just looking at. Nope. 6x6 2-sided map tile 4-pack, the were-rat den. Is that the only image we have of it? Not helpful. Not enough that I'm willing to spend $10 on it. There you go. Somebody on Pinterest has a 50 by 50 battle map, sewers, Curse of the Were-Rat. This is probably overkill. All right. Rat King's Nest. See, this is a good little 3 or 4 room setup. And this is what I like. You go out here, you can find stuff on Pinterest and on Patreon to do what you're looking to do. This is on Imager. Take me to it. Let's see it. No, I'm not whitelisting shit. Get over yourself. I ad block for a reason. So this is actually a free map. Here we go. Okay, save that one. So we're going to build a rat's nest down here somewhere, right? So we have the same map twice. I'm not sure why. One with more, yeah, they both have the same tint. So, alright, so Curse of the Were-Rat. So, let's pop back over here. Create scene. And the cool thing about this is you can put this anywhere in any game and plug it in and have a good old time. Okay. Showing navigation, GM only, navigation main. We're just going to call it sewers because they don't need to know that it's full of were-rats. See, this has got all of my TOA in here, so I'm going to create a folder for this. Choose a file. Now, the same map, and I can tell you from experience that Foundry does not like shit with spaces in it. So we're going to change the spaces to underscore. And then we're going to upload this. There we go. So now we have our map. So let's talk about this from an encounter perspective. Where are the players coming in at? Now we have a little footbridge here with a ledge along the sewer. So we're going to assume, and we don't like to assume, that at some point they got to get down into the sewer, right? So we coming down through somebody's cellar, which might be this rough-hewn area. Hey, Gary. What is this mess here? So, see, this is just begging for an encounter. Hi, Gurley. Let's go take a look at this real quick. Grid is here. Okay. Mama. Mama. In case y'all are wondering, Carmen is here, visiting with me. Let's drop somebody onto the map, shall we? Okay, so we need to scale this. It is not scaled good. It looks like grid size is going to be maybe 50 pixels. Maybe, maybe not. You see the limits of his vision, right? Let's go to 25. You see, now he's too small. So 50 was probably about right. Let's go with maybe a 40. Now, his vision is way wackadoodle right now. Why is he not? Okay, so we've got like an offset we need to tweak. Let's go with 50. Offset the background. We'll tweak that here in a second. Bless you. Okie dokie. I liked 40 better. Grid scale is 5 foot. Horizontal. It's probably off by 3 pixels. Vertical. Maybe by 10. Actually, let's tweak the scaling, shall we? Let's leave these alone. So we probably need to offset by 5 and 5 with that step. Let's do that. That's perfect. Look at that. It's slightly off on the vertical. Let's do 32, just for adjustment purposes. Tweaking maps in Foundry is like an art form, and I am not good at it yet, y'all. And we really want him to be might tweak the lighting and the vision on him. Right now he's configured for Tomb of Annihilation. So see, 50 is too big. Hmm. 40. Let's tweak this a little. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What do I need to do to scale this? Okay. Background image, offset of background. Grid scale. Distance is 5 feet. Okay. See, this is just a battle on my part with Foundry. I think I'll just leave it alone. Alright, so let's go tweak his vision. Because it should be a case of dark vision to like 60 foot. Okay, vision is enabled. Okay, so he is set already. Perfect. Light. Okay. So now let's take him off of here so we can see the map. Alright, so getting down into the sewers. How are they getting down into the sewers from above? Close. There's always a DDB import update, it seems like. Let me drop an actor on here for a second. See, the scale in my mind is off because you need to be able to get in the damn boat. You're gonna fit, what, 4 people in this little tiny ass boat? That's it. Realistically, looking at the seating, 2. what did the map say it was? 50 by 50? Right? Okay. So, if it's 50 by 50, then each square should be 42 pixels. There you go. You can fit 2 people in the damn boat now. Let's see how this plays out for some of these other locations. Let's say I'm putting him on the bridge. That works. There's only room for 1 of y'all on the bridge at a time. Or maybe 2, if you're lucky. In my eye. So I guess the question is, and this is a Foundry question, if my grid space is 1 by 1, okay. So he should occupy just a single grid space at any given time, but we have this offset weirdness, right? So is that a matter of, if that's 40 by 40, then our vertical offset needs to be, what, 21? But our left to right offset needs to be, what, 7? I don't know. See? Oh, let's go with that. Looks a lot better to me. Yes. It's a little weird on the bridges, but I think that's because of the way the bridge is mapped. And there's really only room for 1 person at a time around the ledge. Okay, that works for me. Let's pull him off the map. We're done playing with that. Now, I'll have to fabricate how the players get down into here. But let's go ahead and throw some encounters in here. We want a rat. A big daddy rat. No. Going to be in our compendium. Why are my monsters not showing up in here? Hostiles, beasts. Oh, because I did not import them? Surely I did. Should be would class a rat as a beast. Giant bat, giant badger, giant centipede. What about a giant rat? Now, because this is first level players, and these are a 1/8 CR, I want 2 giant rats in here. Let's at least have a fight, right? Okay. There we go. Had to turn the noise canceling on my headphones. Okay. And I really could turn these overhead lights off since we are doing a little mapping. Okay, so we have 3 giant rats over here in the broken barrels and the mess. Now, over here, along this sludge, I want a swarm. So if we venture into this section of the dungeon and come around the corner right here, this is going to be the equivalent of fighting 2 of these giant rats right here. They're going to be right here where this sewer pipe is basically flowing with effluent and garbage and everything else. They're over here to feed. Okay. Now, the were-rats are going to be living down here. But we don't want multiple were-rats in here, because multiple were-rats would overpower first level characters. So let's take a look at first of all, I want to stick just a couple of regular rats in here. Okay. Let's take a look at the stat block for a were-rat. So this is a CR2 with 33 hit points, armor class 12. Where's the button to close this all of a sudden? There it is. So we're going to stick him over here with his bedroll, by his bedroll. Okay, so we're going to have 1 rat, 2 rats over here. We're going to have another rat over here, hiding in the darkness. We have a were-rat here. Now, were-rats typically have human allies on the surface, so we could probably add somebody down here to be a human. Now, do we want to have a prisoner down here? Let me think about that. What about the sludge? Sludge isn't a thing. We definitely could have a slime. No slimes in our DDB database? Well, probably because okay. Why do we not have... Interesting. If I open up oozes... Alright, so we've added a giant rat, we've added a swarm of rats, we've added a were rat, we've got our map built, but why can I not find slime to put in? Slime servants. Green slime. Okay. Pudding King. So we could do just a slime as a hazard or a trap on this map, right? And I'm looking at this map. And I think over in this northeast quadrant, we can put an encounter for a slime if they're over here. The other place that'd be a good encounter for slime would be here in the northeast. The northwest or northeast, either one. So we've got just a little one-shot adventure that consists of basically roughly, what, 6 rooms? We have the rat's lair, that's 1. We have these 2 rooms, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have an 8-room adventure built right here. We just got to get the players in, have them fight something, have them, kill the rats, basically be the Pied Pipers, and steal whatever treasure is down here. So, what would we have? What would rats have as a treasure? Always a good question. You're going to have bones, because they're going to be eating stuff. Might even be some human bones mixed in there. Where at harvesting loot, treasure from a D&D creature. Okay, well, we don't want to be... Okay, so we might can harvest some lycanthrope blood. Okay. In terms of loot, 5d6 in copper, 4d6 in silver, 3d6 in electrum, 3d6 in gold. So this is where it's rolling from. It's just picking one. So it rolled a 56. And so it went with the 4d6 roll and came up with 23 silver pieces. Okay. A wiry, twitchy human rat hybrid with thin hair and darting eyes. It has short gray hair, a triangular pointed snout, or nose, long whiskers, and 2 large buck teeth protruding from its upper lip. Sounds like a suitable... Oh, somebody chatting with me and I didn't even catch it. Let me go look real quick. Pop over to Discord. I need to shove it onto the other monitor here. Okay, hordes. So where we're at horde, the other stuff would be stuff you would find on this person. The stuff you would find in this horde, in this case, 1,400 copper, 700 silver, 84 gold, 8 gems. And it'll even name some gems. So we can populate the horde for the were-rat. And no, Duncan, I do not see you in my my Discord. But I can add you real quick. Yeah, but you don't go by that Discord apparently. So, alright, well. Yeah, just DM me on Twitch and we'll link up on Discord. That's not a problem. That's easy enough to do. And I need to go ahead and turn up my teleprompter so the chat's above me instead of off to the side where I'm totally zoned out from it. Alright. So we have a basic dungeon built. And we know what we can put in it for the treasure on the actual were-rat, his loot. 23 silver. And we also have a horde that we can add. So I have not put 23 silver pieces. There you go. There's what's on his person. And then as far as the location goes, we can create an item. Does it not give me, oh, we have to create a folder for this scene. Let's go ahead and do that. Where we're at then, helps if I spell it right. Okay, so in the were-rat den, create an item, loot, stick it in here. Alright. Were-rat. Where's your horde? I'm OCD and can just put it in the description. We were going with a mouse out of control. For his horde, we're just going to grab this and drop it into the description here. Okay. There we go. And now we have a were-rat treasure hoard. And we can place that on the map. Maybe. Why is it not letting me drop it on the map? It's just my ignorance of Foundry. It probably has to be the journal. Okay. I have done this, and I know I have done this. Because I've done it in okay. I think I have to have myself in a different journal notes. Create map note. I gotta sneeze. Okay, well, we know it's going to be there, so we'll just describe it because that's where the chest is. The rat's guarding it. That's what we're going to go with. So here we go. We have a basic adventure, 8 rooms for a party of first level adventurers. They get to go kill some rats, get some treasure, and go home happy. Hopefully nobody gets bit, or if we're going to go with diseased rats and somebody get poisoned, you know, there's all kinds of sadistic things you can do as a DM. So, but this is cool because it's quick and dirty. First rattle out of the gate, and all done, you know, just with free resources on the web. You know, that map was a freebie. We grabbed it, we ran with it. Now, if we wanted to doll this up a little bit, we could I could get a graphic of a cage and drop on the map. Probably it's a token. We can drag all these guys into a were rat den folder. There you go. Let's stick them into a folder. Probably not enough here to level up, but you know, you can always tweak things if you need to. But I mean, the were rats, 450 experience point. Swarmer rats, it's going to be 50. Each of the rats is going to be 10. Each of the giant rats is going to be 25. You know, you really want to hit some experience. You can add a little role play here. Let's put a prisoner in. You put a prisoner in, then you have, you know, freeing the prisoner is worth experience points. Maybe the rats have been kidnapping children to make them to create additional were-rat. So we can put a cage down here. We can put 2 or 3 children in it, and you have to get down here and free them. You know, we could put them over here in the center, where you got to figure out, how am I going to get the kids out of this center area? How are the rats getting to and from them to get them in and out of here? So all kinds of things we can do to make it more interesting. You have a getaway boat. Maybe there's a rat that got away. You know, more than one can be here. You know, typically you have a rat infestation. So we have one were-rat in the den. I can add a second, but then we start getting to the risk of a TPK. So, one were-rat, 4 first-level characters. Let's see what D&D Beyond would think of that. Let's go do a D&D Beyond encounter builder real quick. Go build an encounter. Okay. Let's create. Okay. Now. Okay. So D&D Beyond is going to tell us that this is going to be a deadly encounter. Let's add an additional character. So 5 first-level characters. This is going to be a hard fight. This is the reason you don't want to have 4 of the damn things waiting for them in the dungeon. 1. Okay? 1 is enough if you're playing with first-level characters. Now, let's say you're doing something a little different. And this is if you're doing a one-shot. One-shots are always fun. Let's do this. You see, that's easy. That's too much. So we really need to go back and say, here we need edit, because now there needs to be 2 were-rats in the dungeon, or maybe 3. And now you're getting to a medium fight, because and here's the thing, if I'm doing a game for my coworkers, you know, we're talking about doing a D&D game as a team building exercise. So you want them to be, you give them a level 5 players, because at that point, you know, your spellcasters can cast 3rd level spells. So we should at least be able to toss a fireball, right? So if you're doing a 4-player 5th level adventure, let's go ahead and add five players, 5th level average. Okay, this is a medium fight. Let's bring in that additional were-rat. That made it a hard fight. I would say stick with the 3. That way, you know, you're not killing them outright. So if you were building the same fight for a group of 5th level players, just for kicks and giggles, you'd have 3 were-rats. If you're going to do it with 1st level characters, you need to have 5 of them. Oops. At least 1 were-rat back in. Okay, let's change this. Preset to 4 level 1 characters. That still shows it as a deadly encounter. So we want to add an additional 5th level player. It still shows it as hard. Now, you can tweak this by editing your were-rat. Bring down his hit points. Well, now he has 34 hit points. But now he has 22. So if you're doing it with a 22 level, 22 HP were-rat, is a little less deadly because they can bring him down quicker. So, just things to look at. So there we go. We built an encounter. You can see I had some Forge of Fury, Kundrakar adventures in here. Arundel's Ghost beat their asses. So there you go. So that is just a basic little build of an adventure. And I'm sorry, 4 1st level characters, were-rat, maybe we should stick to just killing rats, and maybe the were-rat's not home. Anyways, so we saw a little bit of a build out in Foundry, and then we used D&D Beyond to kind of build an encounter, got us some maps. So Bite, if he's in a human or hybrid form, he can use a short sword or a hand crossbow. He has a multi-tank in a humanoid or hybrid form. Features shape changer skill, keen smell, no spells. So there we go. We have a were-rat. Cool thing is, it links right out to D&D Beyond. Anyways, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to wrap it up for the evening. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I will probably do some streaming on Sunday. Probably do a little gaming and streaming just to get this kinks worked out in all of this system. Get everything running good. And other than that, y'all have a great rest of your evening. I'll see you Sunday. Next regular scheduled stream will be Monday evening at 7:30 Central Time. I'm going to do a little sci-fi, probably in Foundry. Although we do not have Starfinder support yet. We do have Traveler support. We have Starfinder, the beginner's box, which, I guess it's something, but it's not my cup of tea. Alright, y'all have a great rest of your evening, and we will see y'all tomorrow.